do a quick video because I wanted to share with you guys my favorites. And basically I grabbed every Usborne book I own because they're all my favorites. But I wanted to kind of share what I have thoughtfully collected and saved up to purchase because it works well with my family. We have kids ages 1 to 10, struggling readers, early readers, chapter books, board books. We've got it all in our house. So one of the things I wanted to share with you is my absolute favorite, and this is my first reading library. Basically, you can go online, find out more information. 50 books. They have 22 was from the first reading series, 12 from the first reading level, and 16 from the second. What is really nice is that this first set, let me put this down, it has in the back, if your kid can say, where is it? Of course, I can't find it real fast. If your kid can say these sounds, then they can read this book. This is how the first set goes, those first 22 books. The adult or older person reading reads this, and then they can contribute. What I really liked about these is that they go sequential. So we read the first 3 books or 4 books, and we stopped for a little bit, and then we could always go, we started back, and then we could go a little farther. Also too, I felt like we could actually read a story, like a fun story, and then she was participating in that story. So it was both of us reading. Really liked that. The yellow books get a little bit longer, but still simple storyline, not too much text. And when you get to the purple, King Donkey ears, they are definitely longer text, but still lots of pictures. So definitely I feel like a great investment. One of the best things we have purchased. These are in no particular order, by the way. So I'll go just to the next one on my list. These are the Usborne phonetic readers. We, let me find out, because I liked how it said this. These are beginning readers, phonics-based text, clearly blended with a funny story, and includes a guide in the back. This one has something about, like, the O sound, like in crow, snow, stone, and mole. Also works on rhyming, like red, sled, gate, skate. So these are basically those beginning phonics. And so again, really a little bit longer books than I've seen in some other readers. This is the mini one, so this is only $2.50. The ones that are in this book look like they're about $7. And see, these are the phonetic readers. And they just have a little bit of everything. And so we've really enjoyed these. The other readers we have enjoyed are their nonfictions. We've really enjoyed these. These are for like my more reluctant readers where, you know, we're not necessarily reading a storyline. This is just more of that nonfiction information. And these are Usborne beginners. This is under the firefighter. They have, let's see, this is page 64. I wrote down some pre-pages. They have tons of these. And for any of you that are on CC, you can find a lot of these that correlate. Like, we want to get castles. So yeah, we've really, like, that's 32 pages. That's a pretty decent sized book. And these books range for $4.99. Then, one of the other books we like for our littler kids is these board books. These have the slides. These also do left to right recognition and top to down. But again, these are just a little bit more. Like, what I like is just how many more pages you really do get. These are your see inside animals. They have tons of other options. Again, I'm just trying to fly through my favorites. Another big favorite in our house is That's Not My. Oh my goodness, is this a hit? That's an understatement. Look at this. I want to show you this because this is awesome. Look how many It's Not My. I want them all. I do. Because they're amazing. I have my collection growing, don't worry. But we have some boy ones, some girl ones, handful of pages. It's Not My. Look at the glitter even on the side for the unicorn. That's my. So they love it, especially my littles. Okay, next on the list is this one. So they have a Ella book for that like 2 to 4 range reader, just their chapter books, and they have Big Jack or something like that. My kids just weren't interested in those. And Abby is our struggling reader. And this has been perfect. I do read most of this, but she's really been able to follow along. Not too much text, a little bit bigger print, tons of drawings, and she's able to look and figure it out. We've really enjoyed this, especially as like a first little chapter book. And I don't know, there's not as many of these. I'm assuming they'll come out with more. Under my readers. Oh, this is another one that we have enjoyed. This is the Usborne Illustrated Fairy Tales. They have a whole bunch of these illustrated classics and original tales. Like this fairy tale has Sleeping Beauty, Beauty and the Beast, The Princess Frog. Then they have like Adventures, which is Monte Cristo, Three Musketeers, tons. So Aesop Fable ones. We have, we purchased this one as like a read out loud. Not too long. They're definitely abridged versions, but we've really enjoyed that as a read out loud. Okay, next, I'm going to come back to that. We'll go to activity books. So next thing we have enjoyed is activity books. So the first activity book I'm going to talk about, you failed. Sorry. The first activity book I'm going to talk about is the Academy books. We have not started this yet, but I want to say there's 10 books, give or take. Pilot, scientist, vet, doctor, coder, chef, astronomy. And basically it kind of shows you what is this and gives them some things to like practically put in. I'm just going to do like a mini flip through. Mechanics, they start building stuff, talk about gears. Sorry, my kids are next door. Reading books, sort of, kind of. But yeah, so this is, we're really excited for Drew to get into this. We just haven't had extra time to get to it. But there's also like all of them have like little projects that go with it. But I really feel I'd love him to go through all of them just to learn about them. And it's just hands-on, simple, short, a little bit each, whenever you get to it. On the younger side of those books, she really wants to be out here. On the younger side of these books, they have a boutique and a pizzeria. We chose this one for Abby, where she had to like create a store, make up a name, draw a logo, decorate it. She had to do outfits. So this was her summer outfit for her boy and girl. And then now she actually has to make her own outfits with the different pieces of paper. This is right up Abby's lane. So we have really, really loved this. $10, great price. Let's see what we got. The other thing we have, you can't go wrong with a wipe clean, especially with lots of kids in a family. We chose to do the number one because Ben was having troubles counting. That's why we did this one, just to get him to start recognizing it and trying to make it fun and interactive. And then we chose the doodle one because that's something Ellie could do on up to Drew. Drew has been known to doodle in this. But it's just really, I really like the doodle one personally. But so yeah, one of the other things is they make these cards. I have those put away for Christmas. They have it's like a packet of cards, and I forget how many cards were in it. It was a decent price, but for us, we decided to do that for like anytime really, but really I'm thinking like car trips and things like that because it's something I can divvy up to multiple kids. They can exchange them in a dry erase. Win-win. Let's see what else I wrote down. Oh, Nibbles. We have really enjoyed Nibbles. We bought this a couple years ago because it's awesome. He's Nibbles and he nibbles through books, and they now have new books that go along with him, and we've really enjoyed Nibbles. Okay. One of my all-time favorite. So this is about 10 minutes in, so I hope you've stuck around. This is my favorite gift. We are starting to give this to all the boys that we know as birthday gifts because it's amazing. I will say we personally like the red book better. That is volume 1. This is volume 2. My volume 1 is somewhere with the boys, but it is amazing. It's very like Boy Scouty. That's the best way to explain it. Abby ended up making some trellis thing. I'm like, how did you do that? She's like, I read it in the book, which I thought was absolutely amazing. They have 3. we will actually be buying all 3 for each of our kids slowly and surely, because I feel like this is one of those investment books. It would be nice for them each to have as like their personal books. So along with that Bear Grylls, this also goes with our readers. Drew wasn't interested in the other chapter books, but both of our boys have been interested in these, and it's basically, you guys may know more about Bear Grylls than I do, but basically he goes on some adventures and challenge or something like that. I don't even know, but Drew liked it. So we got that. The only other thing I think I have, I'm going to show encyclopedias in my CC one. Shine the Light, that was the only other one. So with the Shine the Light books, there are these books where you shine the light under the page. So like if this was, you know, the text here, you would shine the light underneath and you would be able to see a picture on top. We have really enjoyed all, we only have one, but on any of them that we have seen, we've really enjoyed. Well, we do have a second, but it's for Christmas, so it's in a box. I don't want them to hear that. So the kids really love it, getting a flashlight, and they read it over and over again, just making up their own words and shining this stuff on the back. So that is that's when you see this other part, you'll see all the books, Usborne books we own, but they're all our favorites. So I figured I'd put a video in, a quick video, 10 minutes. Bear with me, but that's what we love, and it's all stuff that is used and very thoughtfully placed into our house. So if you have any questions, holler. If you want to see me or have you see more video or anything, more pictures, just holler at me and I'll get them to you. Thanks. Bye.